All right, so today we have Cardano, Bitcoin, in addition to Rune against USDT. We also have an article regarding Tesla's Bitcoin holdings, currently holding, tens of thousands of Bitcoin at this point in time. So stick around till the end to not miss any of what's going on here. Rather bullish institutional accumulation has been occurring that we've been covering on the channel over the last few weeks. But let me know down below a coin you'd like to see in the next video. Drop a like on the video if you liked any of this information or found any of it useful. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We try to keep these coming at you daily. Now, we're looking at Cardano, patiently awaiting bullish confirmations of accumulation here, currently under the influence of bearish Robo advisors. So our interactions with EngineeringRobo coming from the 27th of July of 2021, around $1.28. We have two bullish Robo advisors suggesting upside. After EngineeringRobo became bullish, prices saw up to 142% in upside over the following 37 days. And if you weren't able to sell at that swing high, EngineeringRobo allowed you to capitalize on 76% ROI when two of our chosen three Robo advisors became bearish on the 22nd of September of 2021 around the $2.26 level. Turning a $1,000 investment into Cardano around the end of July using EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions became $1,760 over the following 57 days. And if you didn't sell when EngineeringRobo became bearish, as you can see, since bearish Robo advisors in play, price action has experienced a dramatic 59% in downside over the following months and is still currently more than 44% down at current levels. So EngineeringRobo saving you from losing well over all of your profits and going negative if you chose to take profit when bearish Robo advisors came into play. A buy and hold strategy from that same level would have allowed you to experience that over 140% in upside. However, holding on to it with diamond hands allowed you to see a loss of 28%, and currently at the moment you are still down 3% at current levels with a buy and hold strategy here. So EngineeringRobo allowed you to capitalize on upside and saved you from some rather dramatic downside. But moving forward, if you want to invest into Cardano comfortably here, bullish confirmations of accumulation look like two of our chosen three Robo advisors becoming bullish. We have interactions with a buy for all along the way here as we look for our way out of this descending trend line. We are not buying at those levels because we need two bullish Robo advisors to allow for comfortable accumulation. Once two of our chosen three Robo advisors become bullish, we can put 50% of our investment in at that level. As long as you're within 10% of bullish suggestions, you can put 50% of your investment in at that level. You can put 20% of your investment into Cardano at support. That is either going to be down below at $1.05 or when $1.31, currently resistance, becomes support. Whichever one comes first, we can put 20% of our investment into Cardano at support. We can put the remaining 30% into the project once we have daily candles opening and closing above this descending trend line. Now, once invested into Cardano, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. You can sell up to 50% of your position at my resistance level, $2.16 overhead. You can sell up to 50% of your investment at that level. However, we always keep the remaining 50% of our money invested until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. So right now, still awaiting for bullish parameters of comfortable accumulation. Let me know down below your thoughts on Cardano. So essentially, Tesla, after making its dramatic acquisition of many thousands of Bitcoin throughout the beginning of 2021, I believe, this article talks about the instance of them taking profit throughout March of 2021, realizing gains of about $128 million. Over the course of time, Tesla has held on to their holdings of Bitcoin here, currently holding about 43,200 Bitcoin at this point in time. So through this, dramatic sideways here, and even them mentioning their reasons for dropping Bitcoin payments, in my opinion, Tesla choosing not to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment due to environmental concerns is rather controversial because, in my opinion, I do believe you could argue the potential environmental concerns of other industries that Tesla is involved in and whatnot kind of thing. So lots going on in the crypto space here. Long story short, heavy accumulation has been occurring. We have very major institutions in the traditional world of finance still holding on to tens of thousands of Bitcoin. We even have this article still reminding us that MicroStrategy still has a whopping 125,000 Bitcoin. So I would buy some while there is some to buy. Today in crypto, green to be seen. It is always nice to see bullish upside here from the dramatic weeks of consecutive downside we've been experiencing. We've always been mentioning the bullish incentive for the markets so far, and further solidification of support was occurring. And I've always been mentioning just how difficult it was to be bearish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency overall at these levels. This was a very bullish time for accumulation, and as we can see, the recovery is occurring nicely here. Watch out for retracements and pullbacks. Now, Rune against USDT. What do we have here? Price action in a bit of a downtrend under the influence of bearish robo advisors here. So comfortable parameters of accumulation would look like two bullish robo advisors in play, similar to an instance throughout the end of July. We had the buy for and moon. After bullish robo advisors, prices saw up to 97% in upside. We have another instance of the buy for and moon occurring on the 22nd of October of 2021. After bullish robo advisors, prices saw up to 58% in upside in just over a week there. And as we can see, since our most recent interaction with bearish robo advisors coming from the $11.91 level throughout the end of November of 2021, we've experienced a crippling 72% in downside over the following months here, and are still currently more than 57% down at current levels since bearish robo advisors. So if you didn't take profit when EngineeringRobo became bearish in November there, you lost just about all of your money. At the moment, we are just awaiting for bullish confirmations of accumulation. Once two of our chosen three robo advisors become bullish here, perhaps that buy for and moon, we can put 50% of our investment into that level. We can put another 30% of our money into the project when we have daily candles opening and closing above the descending trend line here. And then the remaining 20% can go into the project at support. Down below at the moment, $4.35 down below. Or up above at the moment, current resistance, $6.15. Once that becomes support, we can put 20% of our investment into that level. Whichever one comes first, we put 20% into at support. Once invested into this project, there's nothing wrong with taking profits here. Feel free to sell up to 50% of your investment at either of my resistance levels, $8.32 or $11, but we always keep 50% of our investment into the coin until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. So right now, we just are awaiting for bullish confirmations of comfortable accumulation, but let me know down below your thoughts on this coin. Now, Bitcoin currently dramatically recovering from the most bullish area of support. My support level, $34,655 per Bitcoin, a very bullish area of accumulation where EngineeringRobo members are currently up, more than 28%. Since my support level over the following sort of couple weeks here. Comfortable accumulation of Bitcoin looked like 20% at support, 50% once the buy for and buy two showed up on the 4th of February there. The buy for is hiding behind the buy two. If I were to conceal the buy two for just a moment, you can see the buy for. The moon showing up and with yesterday's daily candle on February 7th. That is another bullish example of potential continued upside here suggested for Bitcoin toward our resistance level, $58,202 per Bitcoin. Feel free to take some profits at that level. However, we always keep 50% of our money invested until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. Whenever that may be, right now we do have some bullish upside ahead of us here. We've always been very bullish on Bitcoin on the channel here. We've been suggesting the potential for a very dramatic recovery occurring from very significant support down below. We've been covering very significant, institutional accumulation during the 30K range. And so right now, things are coming to fruition quite nicely, in my opinion. Watch out for retracements and pullbacks along the way. Right now, we can imagine resistance overhead if we consider the swing high on the 13th of January. Price action experiencing a rejection back down to potentially 39,000. A final opportunity to buy Bitcoin below 40K may present itself. That is not impossible here for us before we make our way to 58K. But that is just a hypothetical to consider. In my opinion, we very much are making our way toward a six-figure Bitcoin, because the fear and greed index shows a very bullish price to be accumulating Bitcoin, and a very, perhaps strategic price to be selling Bitcoin. We have the FOMO zone all the way up at $161,000 per Bitcoin, a level that I do think will present itself here for us before any sort of fundamental long-term downside is to be expected. In my opinion, we've been, very close to the fear zone, it would appear, as well, in addition to some very significant support coming from the beginning of January of 2021, where price action has remained very dramatically sideways, printing higher highs and higher lows in what is still an uptrend, in my opinion, and a very bullish potential continuation pattern that we are breaking upward out of here at the moment. I've always been finding it very difficult to be bearish on Bitcoin during this downside, during this pullback. I found this to be very healthy for the uptrend, and here we are making our way toward potential resistance. But we always go with the flow of the market, always await for the confirmations. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin if you've been buying the dips lately. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with the link in the description, and tune in for the next one.